Hey everybody, I'm just gonna show you where I'm at. This is Pachina Bay. I was just at this festival on the west side of Vancouver Island. It's such an amazing place. Anyways, sending you much love. And here we go. I'm gonna do a Divine Feminine check-in. So clearing. This is some Dalasite jasper from Vancouver Island. It's the local jasper out here. And some Amazonite. Clearing. Okay, so let's get into Divine Feminines. What do we need to know? For the Divine Feminine Collective, we are getting Remedy of the Grandmothers. Okay, grandmother energy coming in. Amazing. Let's see. 23 cards, so this is the year of the grandmother, I suppose. We did have the ancestors coming in earlier, and there has been a lot of grandmother energy in my own life and my connection. So Remedy of the Grandmothers. Believe in the formidable power of healing, of the transformation it can provide for all aspects of your being and life. Medicine comes from spirit in many forms to facilitate healing of body, mind, and soul, whether it is the correction of unhelpful habits of thought, guidance for practical steps to resolve a physical imbalance, or a deep soul healing that frees you from the fulfillment of your divine potential. There is no limit to what can be healed through grace. A current of divine healing is flowing to you and through you now. Open yourself to participate in a beautiful healing transformation. You're on a healing journey. Put your trust in the genius of spirit and the medicine of earth through which divine healing can express itself. As you allow your spiritual connection to guide your earthly steps with synchronicity and divine intervention, you will be supported through a healing journey that will be profound for you. Okay, Divine Feminines, surrender to the river of life, the flow of the generations through that rite of passage. Reclaim that healed, graceful rite of passage. Okay, let's see where the Divine Feminines are at this time. Oh, I'm being told, what does the Divine Feminines need to know from their divine counterpart right now? What is it we can see? Oh, King of Cups and Four of Cups. So your divine counterpart doesn't want to miss out on this opportunity. They are sitting there planning, thinking, wondering how to access this cup of love. I'm going to get a clarifier on that. What can we see? What is the holdup? What are the masculines? I wanted to say tantalized and tainted by. So let spirit be your guide. Be here now. And give with gratitude and grace. So they know they haven't given freely in this connection, and they're asking spirit how to do that in the present moment instead of hindsight. They've been learning how to love. These connections have been showing the masculine safety. It's been showing them so that their tender hearts won't be broken once they go all in. It is repairing so much generational trauma, the grandmothers are saying. Aho. And so, yeah, divine masculines are really looking at being present, not worried about what others think, about what will happen in the future, about past heartache in relationships. They are really bringing in this presence because they know they've missed out on opportunities that could have flowed better, faster, sooner, but they haven't accessed them. They've become these masters, and they're watching for opportunities now to seize the moment, to be more present with their communication. And watch your words and co-create with spirit. So let spirit be your guide and watch your words. So they know they've said some things that were callous, unkind, rude. They've said things that came off as misleading. They've said defensive things that have given you the wrong impression, Divine Feminines. Again, I'm getting that message that they wish they could take back some of the words that they've said. So this is an invitation, Divine Feminines, to heal some of the animosity and some of the hurt feelings that you've had when your masculines have been speaking out of fear or out of insecurity. Please look back. Instead of feeling rejected, think of it compassionately. I have to go into premenstrual syndrome. There are times in a female cycle, if you're suffering from premenstrual syndrome, where it's like, you don't love me. Why don't you love me? You know, that hormonal thing that happens. utilize that kind of a reference for sometimes when the masculines get spastastic and do some things, say some things that they don't mean. It's that same vulnerability. There's never a reason to say things that are counterintuitive in love relationships that just kind of snap like that if you're balanced, if you're in your loving state. And what I'm hearing here is that the masculines have realized that they can't feel one thing and say another when they're in fear, and they've been working on changing who they are to become less fearful and more fully present with love. Okay, so let's get into divine feminines. Where are the divine feminines at? Giving the benefit of the doubt to the masculines, I just heard. So what is it we can see? Thank you, Divine Creator. What are the divine feminines thinking and about these connections and their masculine? What are they feeling on the heart space about these connections and their divine counterpart? What are they wishing for in their own life and with these connections at this time? What are they doing in their own life independently and directly towards these connections at this time? What is the biggest challenge, the spirit-guided solution, and the direction? Okay, conscious mind, Princess of Swords. So they might be like longing, missing, internet spying, looking for information, asking friends, being curious. There's a curiosity. And Seven of Cups in the inverse, that's cutting through the confusion in the name of unconditional love. So feminines are curious right now, divine masculines, about some of the things specifically with communication with that sword that have happened in the past that they might have been able to take in so many different ways. They're now looking at the unconditionally loving interpretation that would make sense. So divine feminines, if you're kind of in this group that I'm talking about, but you haven't perfected that yet, the way to do that is to put yourself in their shoes, not what you think they would think in that situation, but put yourself. Why would you be reacting in a certain way if you were in their shoes? And you might find that you were vulnerable or scared or afraid of intimacy or something like that, and you were having a breakdown, like you were wanting to be chased, you were wanting to be affirmed, you were wanting to be cajoled. There's something in that. So divine feminines, there is a deep giving the benefit of the doubt and seeing out of the myriad of ways we could interpret things, what the open-hearted, loving, curious way to interpret things are. And take a time out. So the feminines are actually taking some me time, some beautiful reprieve from the connection in some ways. And that can be even just energetically saying, I'm hearing back burner, but it's not like it's on the back burner. It's just a mellowing. It's a securing. It's a foundational motion. Taking a time out so this transformation with the bear can happen. And this is part of how it does roll out, is being able to look back on the histories and forgive, release, have compassion, because there's nothing short of love. If it's not love, if it's not full-blown, beautiful sharing of conscious love, it is a lower vibrational thing, and it's not an eternal truth. So if anything less than love, obvious love, has been playing out in your connection, it's just fear. And so this transformation, you have to unhook from the version of counterpart that was in a lower vibrational interaction, not take it personally, and then disconnect, take a time out so that you're not attached to that version of your counterpart, so that your heart just lets go of the worthlessness that keeps people in those kinds of codependent dynamics with the convoluted things. So take a time out. The feminines are taking a time out, resting from those ways that were more difficult to interpret, because I want to say again, fear and illusions, it's crazy making. You will never find rational thought in that. So you have to take a time out from anything confusing, or it will just continue to fester. If you can disconnect from it and start fresh and tell yourself that is not going to have a growth in and of itself, then you can start fresh at the next level once you've cleared the confusion over that sort of impasse energy. What are the conscious thoughts for the masculines? Oh, strength, overcoming the devil energies. And then 6 of Cups, that's reunion energy in the making. So feminines are mustering this strength, overcoming the illusion, overcoming the judgment, overcoming the lack of forgiveness, the worthlessness. It's a very deep message today. This transformation is happening. And you know, you're quantum entangled with your counterpart. So while you're doing this, feminine, your masculine is processing the things that they were saying and doing out of fear, and really coming to terms with their heart that they didn't mean those things, that those things were spawned out of fear. And they wish they could take it back. We saw that with the missed opportunities and watching their words. They're really deeply vowing to themselves, I just heard, not to say those things they don't mean anymore, because you of all people, divine feminine, deserve love. And they're coming to terms with the fact that they've been hurting the one they love most, because you've been safe, because you've been that sounding board, because you've been that mirror. And so overcome the devil energies and hold that perfect mirror, divine feminines, because you are manifesting reunion. And we get clarifier, cut the clutter. Yeah, cut out all the lower vibrational assessments of things. Stop festering on that stuff. What can we see for the heart space for the connections? 10 of Cups and 5 of Cups. Wow, so we've got an equation. Every time we get the half of the same suit, I look at it as an equation. So divine feminines right now are really seeing how they get to look at the love in all things. And that is a continuous message here from the beginning of the cards. So 5 of Cups in the reverse is looking at the love that's happened through the apparent losses. And so with the 10 of Cups, this is building a new solid foundation, the heaven on earth kind of template. So divine feminines know that to create that foundation, they need to be accountable with the way they look at these connections, and to have unconditional love, to embody unconditional love, to be able to be that perfect mirror, whether the masculines come or go, or look at them or not. When they're in high enough frequency, there is a seeing each other. When there is growth needed, there's a release and a looking away for other karmic lessons. And that's the nature of unconditional love, to embody enough safety and wholeness on our own so that someone can look at us in that high frequency and meet us there. But if they need to look elsewhere, they are free to go without a grudge, without a lack of forgiveness, and just in flow like that. So the feminines are understanding this gatekeeping energy of their own heart, their own happiness. And trust the great mystery. So the timing of these connections, the way that it's all rolled out, the feminines are trusting the process now. The deep, this is the whale energy. So this is deep, deep, deep ocean. Let's look at the ocean again. Okay, what is the heart space for you masculines? Ooh, the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. And this deep knowing, this is the be still and know card. So the feminines are tuning into the inner recesses of their heart of hearts to give you that unconditional love, and to hold strong, to uphold their knowing that you're the person for them, divine masculines. Be at home. So they're anchoring this home-based energy. You know, this is so beautiful. This is that wake up each morning together. You know, this is that lovely, I mean, if that resonates with your connection, but this is the knowing on the heart space through compassion that this is such an incredible, unconditionally loving relationship. The feminines are very much connected to you on the heart space, in the depths of their core, on that base level, divine masculines. They have no desire to be with other people. All of that insecurity, backup plans, you know, ego gratification, instant gratification, the feminines are coming through that and just anchoring the knowledge that you are the one that the divine has in store for them. And it is a real deal, divine masculines. What are the feminines' wishes at this time for their own lives? Ooh, yeah. Telepathic intimacy with the King of Wands, divine masculine. So they are consciously sending you telepathic messages, divine masculines. They are consciously tuning into the energetic realms, the manifestation layer. They are doing this so that they keep the connection energetically strong. So they're telling you what they want how they feel about you, how sexy you are, divine masculines. They may be fantasizing. They may just be cycling that infinite sensual energy between the two. And we get open to infinite possibilities. Yeah, exactly. So this is a love of all lifetimes. This is a love of a lifetime. This is an infinite love. We saw with the Strength card that this is overcoming the materialism, the motivations that are lower, fear-based, limited, trapped. The feminines are really in this high vibing place with everything they're doing, and they know that of all the extraordinary beings, that your soul is the one that they have this telepathic connection with. They are recognizing that you are the one that they're quantum entangled with at this time like that, and they know that that indicates as they grow, as they ascend, that you are matching them in that energy. You're the one, divine masculines, that they are in the knowledge of as their primary interaction, union in the energetic realms. What can we see for this connection, what the feminines are wishing for? Wow, 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. So they want this changeover to happen. They've come through the lower dimensional exploration of connection, and they're wanting to use their free will to eliminate anything that is not conducive to true love in these connections. So that's any beliefs, that's any actions, that's any tension, that's sexual tension with others, that's any kind of misguided information. They're really looking at and sorting out, even between the two of you. They're sorting out what can stay and what can go, what is of meaning, what really matters, and what is just neither here nor there, not wanting to sweat the small stuff. What do we have to do? Sweet results await. Be spirit. So yeah, divine feminines, because you've consciously chosen to use your free will for good, for love, in the name of love here, sweet results will occur. You're creating that. I'm getting the levitation energy of the bee, and how they find a frequency, electromagnetic frequency, and they harmonize with their environment and the ley lines. So the feminines are coming into a natural resonance with this love. See the heart space glowing here, despite all the other choices and all of the other options. The feminines know what's written on their heart for you, divine masculines. What is the action the feminines are taking in their life? Prince of Cups and 2 of Pentacles. Wow, they're only offering their genuine self, their kindness, their self-love. Everything they're doing is about their self-love. They know that to love you is to love themselves, divine masculines. And so they're making the changes in the physical. They're showing up differently in crowds. They're showing up differently to potential suitors. They're showing up differently to anybody in their vicinity that doesn't align. They are so discerning now to not bring into their intimate energy anything that is less than this kind of love that they've learned through the journey with you. You are such a barometer, a measuring stick for their purity, divine masculines, that mirror. And make your dreams real. So the spider web of interconnectedness, the feminines are utilizing the knowledge that they have from this connection and how much they have seen what true connection is in all aspects out in the world, in every regard. And they're making those bit by bit changes to eliminate things that they do not want to carry forward, and just the sweetness and the purity. What are the actions they're taking straight to this connection? 2 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. Well, they're stepping out of their comfort zone. They've made a choice to keep going at this level towards you, towards this connection, to stay the course, to see how it turns out, to keep believing, keep manifesting in this love. And they don't know what it will look like. They don't have all the answers. With the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, they just know this is long term, that you have not budged from their heart, I just heard. You are never alone. So yeah, they are starting to feel that you are such a realistic, grounded, unspoken, talk about comfortable silences. Many of these connections are so intrinsic that we don't even need to talk to know what's going on with the other, and it's reciprocated in such a telepathic, beautiful way. It's nice to see the confirmation, but divine feminines are really starting to trust the cues and the shows of love. I'm hearing show me love. What is the biggest challenge that the feminines are facing right now? Wow, the World and Four of Cups, those missed opportunities and the distance or the unfinished cycles. And it's not even closure, because on this journey we get to such a masterful, healed place that we don't necessarily need closure from the person. We can do that through meditation with the divine and make peace within ourselves, that emotional equilibrium that we can all access through our own kung fu or our own practice of consciousness. But this is that there is something left still lingering in the air, hanging in the air, about things that haven't worked out in these connections, that there just feels like the potential is ready to uncork and to open. And we get the abundant universe will provide. So yeah, the feminines know that the floodgates will open, that this cycle of the worldly navigation, the karmic navigation, will come to a close, and we will be able to step into these ascended lives together where we are rewriting history, just heard, or writing a new history on the planet through the eyes of actual love, unconditional love, these unconditional loving relationships, unconventional, that transcend the ways of the world, that show the world that love knows no bounds, that love and connection are where it's at, that we don't have to subscribe to the limiting beliefs, the survival templates that we used to need to conform to out of convenience or survival. We're moving into thriving. What is the solution for this challenge? Oh, Queen of Wands and Three of Cups. So eliminating all other options and going all in, being in the empowerment. This is the summer for the feminines to be, or winter in the southern hemisphere. This is the season right now for the feminines to be in this absolute empowerment, embodiment. And they are sending telepathic messages to their King of Wands we saw earlier. Three of Cups means the feminines are relaxing and not being rocked by the idea that they haven't found love or you're not in union yet. They're really holding their own and really truly not needing somebody else, divine masculines. Surrender now. So the feminine's egos are being surrendered, that they are allowed to manifest this love, that they are allowed to keep believing, and that they don't have to look for another backup plan or stay open to that they can, 22, that they can just melt into this, even in the nocturnal times, like the moth here. They can just trust. They can know that this is a portal, a rite of passage, and you're coming through it, divine masculines. They're clearing things, and they're just surrendering to the light of this connection, I heard. What is the direction of the connection in the near future? Six of Wands and Five of Swords. Okay, so there are some, I just heard, skirting around public appearances. This is a card of community and public acclaim or public knowledge. So we are kind of weighing the odds, results of being seen in public together and dabbling in it, wondering how that's going to go. This shows me it might be a little bit premature. What else do we get here? Be fearless and bold. So it does be, it came out in the reverse. And speaking of needing to take some more courage. So when we're in wholeness, when we are in ownership of our own truth, we don't even question whether we need to be brave or not. So it still speaks of this world energy still coming into the full wholeness where we actually fearlessly proclaim who we love to the world, and we own that. So the connections are still en route, being prepped for that. I'm going to get one more Earth Warriors Oracle for the connections going forward. What do we need to see? Medicine Horse, progress on the path. So it's still sure-footed progress. I just heard that's a 41. I am Medicine Horse, bringing you the message of freedom, journey, and progress. Do not act as though you are a beast of burden. Claim your innate divine dignity. Allow yourself to feel and be graceful. Recognize and honor your needs for rest, openness, safety, and respect. An ability to hear, know, and feel spiritual truth will guide you in every aspect of your life journey, and it's opening up. Connect with your spirit, live your truth. Yeah, so feminines, live your truth. Live the truth of what you're being shown. And masculines, be fearless and bold. Live your truth. chemistry, connection. Live that. Life is short. It's but a blink of an eye. We're not promised tomorrow. Where the love lays, lay with love. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.